Jimmy Butler, he's a very interesting player to me.
Just goes to show the offense for the Dallas Stars could not keep up. And when the defense needed to step up, the Lightning's offense just overpowered them.
It makes it almost impossible for their bats to get going or have any confidence in the locker room when you're getting absolutely hosed on the defensive end.
He's like, oh shoot, I don't know where to go with the ball because I haven't been able to think.
It's their defense, man. Minka Fitzpatrick, TJ Watt.
You saw Luka. I'm very intrigued to see how Luka bounces back after his first playoff series.
For next season, there are massive free agents like Giannis. And if Giannis goes to a team like the Heat, like I said before, I expect them to win the championship. 4 teams who could win the AFC in my mind, legitimately. Steelers, Chiefs, Titans, Ravens.
Stay undefeated when they face the mighty Cowboys with Garrett Gilbert and Tony Pollard.
It was a great series. Game 4 was one of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life.
So happy when the Astros lost because it would definitely be a 2020 thing to have the Astros win a World Series and then you have to hear them.
Now LeBron's a 4-time champion and Anthony Davis gets his first.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I was impressed by their game. Braden Point, Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov, that was the best line in the playoffs, no doubt.
I think you have 2 established number 1 wide receivers in Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, and I think you have an emerging star in C.D. Lamb.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared Sandler, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week for October 17th. Today we'll be just talking about the series, and once they are over, we'll do a review, but we just wanted to get an MLB Opinions for the week. So let's talk about the Astros head back home with the lead in the series 3-2. I don't want them to win, but just the way they've been playing has been really good. They have some great pitching. Valdez went 8 innings, and that's just incredible. What are your thoughts so far, Austin?
Yeah, it's been a crazy series. None of the games have been good besides one, because I mean by the end of it, because like I turned off the game when it was 9-2 at the top of the ninth. I don't know if you did, but I did. I did
Are you
not really
talking about just the Red Sox and Astros series games not being okay?
not being
Then
close.
yeah, I agree. I haven't really watched many of them.
I've watched all but one, and that was actually the close game that I didn't watch. So, all the games that have been 100-0, I've watched, and by the end of it, I'm turning off my TV and not watching the rest of the game. So, it's been a lot of, you know what this kind of reminds me of, sort of. I mean, I never watched it because I wasn't alive, but there was a lot of series in the 2001 World Series between the Yankees and the Arizona Diamondbacks. And like the first 2 games, the Diamondbacks won, and they won like 10-3 both games. And then the Yankees won all the next 3 games by 1 run. And then the Diamondbacks won Game 6, 15-2. So there was a good bit of games in there that were just like, and I'm not watching because the game's not close. I know who's going to win. I hope that Game 6 and 7 are good, but this has been a great playoffs. But there's been a little way too many absolute destruction games where the score is not close and the game is just not interesting.
Yeah, that's a good transition because yesterday, or the game 4...
Five.
Game 5 of the Dodgers and Braves really was
Not close. Not close. Chris Taylor said, I'm going to hit 3 home runs in one game.
Yeah, so Atlanta went up 3-1 last year, and they did it again this year, and it's not looking good for them. And
Scherzer,
the main
Buehler.
I know, it's such a tough combo, and I think Anderson is pitching Game 6, and then Game 7 is Morton for the Braves.
They should have kept Fried off of yesterday. That should have been Anderson. I would not start Fried against a bullpen. Save Fried. I need that on a t-shirt. Save Fried. But
Yeah. So my thing is that pivotal Game 3. When the Braves are up, they Dodgers made a record. It's the first time ever they came back down from 3 runs or more past the 7th inning in postseason history. And Bellinger hit a ball into the stands when it was so above the zone. And he's had trouble this regular season, but he's come alive this postseason, coming in key moments. And then, of course, you have Taylor. But I think if the Braves win that game, they sweep the Dodgers.
Probably.
I think they win the next game.
Probably.
Now,
They have confidence. And I don't think the Braves really do. Even though they're heading back home, I'm worried for the Braves. Even when I want the Braves to win, don't get me wrong, but I'm worried for them. And for the Dodgers, if you're a Dodgers fan, seeing Scherzer and Buehler lined up with your season on the line, I would be feeling pretty good if I was the Dodgers.
And the Braves got a win against Scherzer already.
Hard to do it twice.
Are you really think you're going to do it twice? Like, I think if you said to a Braves fan, you can have one, you face Scherzer twice. Do you want one? Are you happy with one win? They would probably say yes. I'm happy with one win. But when you say like you have to get a second win, that's not good, especially for the Braves' chances. And Buehler didn't play well the first time he played him, so I don't see that happening again.
Let's go back to the 2019 World Series. I'm 99% sure Scherzer lost a game against the Astros, and then Game 7 rolled around, and who won Game 7? I don't know. I can't remember. Oh wait, Nationals. Yeah, it's hard to beat Scherzer twice in any series, let alone a series like this that has been a crazy one, absolutely insane. I've never really seen a series go the way this one has. It started off with 2 walk-offs, right? And then the Braves dominated all of Game 3, all of it. And then the Dodgers said, "No, you're not." And then that's where it went. I really am surprised by everything that's happened this series. And let me just ask you this: we'll go back to over both series. Do you think either has a Game 7 written all over it, or do both get finished in Game 6, or does only one get finished in Game 6 and one go to 7? What are your thoughts?
Dodgers are definitely getting that series. Is definitely going to 7 because I think the Dodgers win. I think the Astros win Game 6. I think I can't see Boston. I can't see Boston doing it. I wish Boston would do it. Like, I really hope, because I don't want the Astros getting close to a World Series. Like, them just sniffing it, I'm like, something could go wrong and they could win it, and then I have to listen. I have to see that written in stone. So that's my thoughts. But I think Dodgers definitely go to 7. Jorge Soler is coming back for the Braves, though, but the momentum's on the Dodgers side. What do you think?
Too little, too late. I feel like they lost their opportunity. I would not necessarily be surprised if this turns out where the Braves series goes 7 and the Dodgers win. And I do think both series are going to 7, but I have the Astros still winning that. I think the Astros versus Dodgers rematch, and then I would obviously be rooting for a team I don't necessarily like in the Dodgers. To stick up a hand for the Yankees. I mean, who lost to the Astros in 2017. While the Astros cheated, we got a World Series taken away from us. I believe we would have beaten the Dodgers. We don't know. Maybe we would have lost the Dodgers, but at least I would have gotten to experience World Series baseball in my lifetime by the Yankees. Technically, it's already happened twice, but I never really watched those 2 series, 2003, 2009. I was born in 2002, so I never really got to see those series with me being too intelligent in sports. But in that case, I need the Dodgers to beat the Astros. I just need it to happen for my sanity. And then win or loss by the Astros in the World Series, or win or loss in the playoffs in general, I believe we'll talk about this offseason, how to fix baseball for more people to watch and all this other stuff. But because I don't think baseball is the issue, I feel like Manfred's the issue, and the 2017 World Series has to be stripped, or the stain is going to remain on the league forever. You can't have a cheater win, and that's never happened in any other sport. And it's happened before in baseball. It's 1919 White Sox. But I mean, that team didn't even win the World Series. They lost the World Series intentionally. The Black Sox did, as they're now referred to, and all of them got banned, even the ones who didn't take place in it, like Shoeless Joe Jackson, one of the greatest players of all time.
And star of Field of Dreams, of course, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Of course.
And then, yeah, I definitely agree. Manfred's the issue. I just think it's too late. You can't.
No,
You
you definitely
missed that.
you always can say they don't get it. They take down your banner, give us your rings back. You guys don't deserve it. You can always say. Let me tell you like this: if I become the commissioner 50 years from now, I'm taking away the World Series from the Astros, and there's nothing that can stop me. I'm not saying I will. I'm just saying if somehow in an alternate universe I am the commissioner of the MLB, the Astros don't have a 2017 World Series. They don't. You can't cheat and win. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. How are we going to teach? If you're a young Yankees or Dodgers fan that watched that happen, like very young,
Or
and
any fan, just in general. Like any
that's
baseball
true,
player.
but I feel like cheating against you. You cheated to beat us. It's like that SpongeBob meme when he's talking to Plankton in the first SpongeBob movie, one of the greatest movies of all time, by the way, one of my favorites, legendary movie. But uh, Plankton starts saying about how he won, and SpongeBob's like, "You cheated," and I'm like, "Yes, you did. Yeah, yes, that is what happened. You can't win if you cheat." And it sends a terrible precedent because now what happens if somebody cheats again? Is their World Series going to be taken away? Because if you take away theirs, you have to take away the Astros. But if you don't take away theirs, then everybody can cheat now. Everybody cheats. Cheating for everybody. Yay. But that's honestly not how I want baseball to be played. Uh, and Manfred has to do something before the world kind of disregards the sport.
Yeah, we're definitely going to expand on this topic more. It's going to have its own dedicated opinions of the week. Let's move to stick on playoffs because I agree with everything you said, and I think we can expand on it. It's just we'll do this in a non-playoff moment. So let's talk about playoff heroes. First, I'll say the Astros. I'm going to say Carlos Correa.
Hmm. I have Jordan Alvarez. I feel like Alvarez, he has 8 RBIs over the playoffs. He's been very good for them. Next, let's go Rays.
Oh, Rays. So Rays, I am probably going to go Randy Arozarena.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's really the only choice. It could have been Wander Franco. He had a very good series, but Randy was the one who was keeping him alive. White Sox?
White Sox. Ooh. Who am I going to put for playoff hero? Let me go. I'm going to go. Who's that guy? Garcia. Oh my gosh, who's that?
Lourdes
hitter?
Garcia?
Yeah.
The guy who hit the Grand Slam?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably going to be my guy.
Yeah, he didn't hit all that well that series, but he did have a huge moment then. But I'm going to go Ryan Tepera. Tepera was the guy who came in, only allowed 1 run in like 4.2 innings. He had that great 3-inning, I think, stretch in the game that they ultimately was their only win in the postseason. So I think he was a big part. Red Sox, I feel like this is easy. I'll go before you just because I feel like you're going to have the same opinion. It has to be Kike Hernandez.
Yeah, it's Kike, who played in big moments last year for the Dodgers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like he was playing what Chris Taylor's playing now, like center fielder, second baseman. So, and he was doing that in his contract year. So there's some parallels between Taylor and Kike. So maybe let's say a team like a Yankees
We need a
get
center fielder and a shortstop, and Chris Taylor
and
can play
second
both.
base
Yeah.
or
Well, no,
yeah,
second
he can
baseman
play
is
shortstop
DJ.
or second baseman, and he delivers well. Like you have DJ LeMahieu, but he gives you so much versatility that I think the Yankees would do well. Like I would say Rangers, but I think he's a little bit older than what I would want for a player for the Rangers.
You guys want like Trevor Story. I feel like that would be a perfect one for you because he's like 28, 27.
Dream scenario, probably I've been following a Rangers writer and he's been pushing for Carlos Correa. And if the Rangers could snag Carlos Correa,
There's
that
no
would
way.
be pretty
There's
cool.
no way.
There's no way. Yeah, it's like the dream scenario. I don't know if I want Trevor Story.
I think the Yankees should go for Trevor Story because I feel like we can get him for cheaper than other shortstops, and I feel like he's just as good, especially because uh, I mean, we've seen players come from Colorado and have their best hitting seasons in Yankee Stadium, a la uh, DJ LeMahieu. So, and DJ was out with a lot of injuries this past year. That's probably why he didn't perform all that well. But I'm excited to see what happens next year. But let's move on to the
Yeah.
Yankees. Perfect transition. I'm Giancarlo Stanton. I feel like the only real answer, only one who really kept him in it. It could have been Anthony Rizzo, but Stanton.
Yeah, Stanton. So I think you made all the right points. So now we can move on.
Yeah, let's go Giants.
I'm probably gonna say Logan Webb.
I agree. I also have Logan Webb. Allowed 1 run in 14 innings or 13 innings, something like that. A good bit of innings. He was the only one. He was a major reason why the Giants had a chance, even when they couldn't score runs. Brewers?
Brewers. I'm probably going to say Adames. He played
Adames,
well.
I had a
Adames.
tough.
I
He was
thinking of
fine.
pitchers. Yeah, like he was fine. I don't know who.
I
Who
went
do you
with
have?
Rowdy Tellez. He had a big home run in some of their games, and I feel like he was a good first baseman for them, sort of. But the Brewers were top. They didn't score many runs, but they're also their pitchers kind of fell by the wayside by the last game, so it's
Yeah,
a tough
it's tough.
choice. For Braves, I have two, Eddie Rosario and Jock Peterson, because I really can't choose. Both have been massive. Without Jock Peterson, they probably don't win the Brewers series, and without Eddie Rosario, they wouldn't even be close to in this series right now with the Dodgers, so I can't really choose.
Can I pick a manager for mine or a third base coach?
Sure. Ron
Because like
Washington.
you already took the players I was going to talk about. I was going to do Ron Washington, because he sent all those guys homes.
Hey,
He
Rangers
he sent them
player.
home, especially in
Manager for
game
the
2.
manager for the Rangers
Well,
during the
yes.
World Series,
Well,
which they
yes.
lost.
And I hope he gets another chance, maybe the Padres job. But he sent Eddie Rosario home, and where he just made it safe. But Eddie Rosario would be my pick, but I wanted to go something different, so I didn't manage third base coach. So now
Dodgers.
Dodgers, I gotta go Chris Taylor, right?
Yep, Chris Taylor, 4 home runs during the postseason. I believe he leads all players in home runs during the postseason this year. So
How
it's
many walk-offs? Because you have the walk-off, just like walk-offs in general. You have the walk-off homer against the Cardinals. Didn't he have a walk-off against the Giants?
no.
Didn't he make one key play in the Giants?
He may have had the walk off against the Giants. I can't remember.
There was the walk-off hit from Bellinger to win the series, but I thought Taylor did another thing in that
Taylor may
Giant
have been on base. I can't remember.
And then you have Taylor hitting the 3 runs in Game 5.
Yeah, he's been massive. But now for the last team, the Cardinals. I went with Adam Wainwright. I feel like he was exceptional. Going against Scherzer, allowed 1 run. As Scherzer allowed 1 run and more innings. Adam Wainwright won the pitching battle that night. And to do it against Scherzer as a 40-year-old, Adam Wainwright.
Yeah, I can't disagree. So those are our playoff heroes. Maybe 2 of them could be on the Yankees. Who knows? Maybe
I
one
want
on
all
the
of them
Rangers.
on the Yankees.
I think. Well, I'm just gonna say this, but we'll have this discussion on another day for like free agent episode. I think Yankees are gonna go very hard. They're number 1 for me. I think they're gonna go after Correa. Then they're gonna go to Seager, and because I know you have differing opinions, but those are the 2 players I think are gonna happen. And maybe given how Chris Taylor is playing, I say you go after Chris Taylor. But he's just like a player. He's not the 2 shortstop. Maybe, and then like Trevor Story's the 3rd guy. But let's do it quickly because I don't want to go into a super long discussion.
What? What did you say?
I don't want to go into super long discussion, so you can say a few points to how. Do you agree with me going Correa, then Seager, then Story?
If you're talking about all players, no.
Or I'm going shortstop.
I would probably say who they should or who they are.
I'm saying what I think they're going to do. Like, I think they're going to shoot for Correa, Seager, then Story.
I say if they don't get Correa, I think they're going to go Story. And then I think Correa is probably their highest one for the reason that they have been struggling to have good left-handed bats for a while. And Didi Gregorius was a big left-handed shortstop, was a major piece. I think Seager is their goal. I like Correa, but I think Correa is going to the Mets. I think Correa is going to go expensive and go to the Mets.
Wow. Okay. That was
I,
not
I,
what I was expecting. I thought you
I
were going
w-
to say he was going to go back to Astros.
no, there's no way. He doesn't like the cheating culture, even though he took part of it. Uh, I uh, I think Seager is who the Yankees are going for again for the left-handed bat. I feel like that's a useful part that Correa, while he is very good, is different. You're not always going to have a righty thrower who is also a lefty bat.
Okay. I think that's a good way to end the episode. So Correa to the Mets. That's a big takeaway. And then our heroes. So thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.